What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, we have to talk about Kingdom Hearts 4 being announced. So this is kind of just a simple, it's real, let's celebrate together, let's talk about it real fast together. Starting tomorrow, I'm going to have videos kind of breaking down the trailer, talking about different theories, talking about different things we saw in the trailer. So I'm going to get much, and trust me when I say this, much more in-depth over the coming days. We'll talk about Master of Master, we'll talk about who's next to him, we'll talk about Star Wars and Marvel and just all of this different stuff, potentially that kind of, those questions rise up in the trailer. But for now, can we just take a second to say, I can't believe it, right? I was trying to will this into existence, and I don't think it was just me, and I don't think me by myself was able to do this. I'm actually shocked. Now, obviously, we got the mobile game as well, right? That actually is going to enter beta in 2022, so that's epic, and that's pretty darn cool. And that's kind of something I was envisioning being the only thing. I didn't think, Kingdom Hearts 4, we've talked about, would you do a couple games in between, or would you do the next main installment game? And it looks like they kind of skip. I mean, overall, I would say, right? They skipped that middle portion. They say, hey, let's just jump right into the next thing. Now, I think actually what's one of the more interesting things, now that I'm trying to piece it together, is, well, we know obviously we're in the next arc. We're in the next phase. That was Nomura, right? This is phase 2 of Kingdom Hearts, and we're now in the Lost Master arc, which you could think, based off what I just said, right? Well, do you do like middle games and then you do a big game? Well, if they're trying to kick off phase 2, kick off a new arc, wouldn't you start it with a main game in the way that Kingdom Hearts has, right? Like you have 1, then you did a bunch of stuff, 2 did a bunch of stuff. So if you could do that again and you start with 4, then you could have a couple spin-off games, then you do 5, then you do a bunch more spin-off games, and then you do 6. I honestly feel like, now, there's obviously the question of, do we as human beings want that? Do we want 30 years in between Kingdom Hearts 4 and 6? Not necessarily, but in terms of how they could do it, it actually maybe makes sense that you jump right into 4, you give us the next kind of phase, the next kind of era, and then from there, the next, before you get 5, you get a bunch of spin-off games in between. It does maybe stop the Kairi spin-off game that, we were all kind of hoping for, and really, they set up for themselves, although they could still do it, because we don't really know where Kingdom Hearts 4 could take us, but it also looks phenomenal. We can talk about that just for a second, right? It's in Unreal Engine 4, but they're moving it to Unreal Engine 5. So really, the end product, I think, is going to look even better than what we got in the trailer, which is actually scary to think, because I saw some comments saying, like, well, don't expect too much. It's Kingdom Hearts. And I was like, what are you talking about? Kingdom Hearts has always, I think, looked amazing, absolutely beautiful. So the fact is that this trailer looks incredible, and when I think we get the final product in Unreal Engine 5, that would look incredible. Also, in terms of timetable, I know, we're used to waiting 15 years for these games. I really don't think it's going to be all that long. My cousin and I were kind of going back and forth. He thinks maybe 2023. I said I'll make my prediction for January of 2024, and we'll come back to this kind of topic over the coming days. I think it's possible. I think, they've been working on this game for a long time. Really, I mean, truly they have. I mean, Melody of Memory, sure, but in terms of, what we can kind of envision they have been doing behind the scenes, they've been working on this, and it doesn't, from my limited knowledge, but from what I've seen other game developers talking about, it's not as hard to move something from Unreal Engine 4 as Unreal Engine 5 as some people think. It's not, it doesn't take like a 3-year process to do that, so it's not going to slow it down too much. So I don't think this is as far away as we think. I don't think this, I think I can say this very safely. I don't think it's as far away as Kingdom Hearts 3 was when we first saw that, right? So I really do think within the next 2.5, 3 years, we'll be getting Kingdom Hearts 4 instead of 5, 6 years. I think that's kind of fair. I think that makes sense. But beyond that, again, I'm shook, I'm shocked, I'm all of those things. I cannot believe that we actually, truly, I can't believe we actually got it. Again, we're going to have a long wait, and it's going to be a long time, until we see this game again. But I want to do some theories, I want to do some breakdowns, so we'll do that over the coming week, and we'll see what we can get from this game. And then, again, we'll try the mobile game maybe as 2022 goes on, and we'll see, how good that is or what kind of answers that gives us to some questions, and we'll go from there. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Again, kind of just a generic thing, and we'll go more in depth starting tomorrow morning. I'll have a video ready for tomorrow morning. Let me know what you think. Make sure you're subscribed, the bell icon turned on, because lots more Kingdom Hearts stuff is coming, and I hope to see you all on the next video.